Welcome to Flava Flex, good food, good mood, where it's all about having a great time in the kitchen. Do you notice how people seem to talk down about the Olive Garden? In fact, they're not an authentic Italian restaurant, and their food's not authentic Italian. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. When we were little, we took a piece of Wonder Bread and dipped it in my mom's sauce, and that was our Italian cuisine. Plus, they got unlimited salad, which is incredible, and unlimited breadsticks. Like, bring me a bowl of pasta with ketchup, and as long as I have unlimited breadsticks, I'm happy. One thing they have, though, that's really, really great, fried lasagna. Woo! What could be better than lasagna fried? But I'm here to show you a healthier way and an easier way to make a great dish. You ready to cook? Then let's go. Let's get started making the filling. We're gonna use a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese into the bowl. And to that, we are gonna add in 2 eggs. You can beat them a little bit. Nothing wrong with beating a couple eggs up. Toss those in. Here I have a cup and a half of cheese, a half a cup of Parmesan, a half a cup of Asiago, and a half a cup of Romano in. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of your favorite Italian seasoning. Woo! Now, we're gonna mix that up. Get that nice and mixed up, nice and uniformly. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook up some pasta, fill it, and get it in an air fryer. So, how they make their Fried Lasagna is they actually get a lasagna noodle, take the cheese, and kind of roll it up, make it a little bit easier. I'm going to use this large rigatoni, which I just love for certain things. If you check out my video coming up on rigatoni pie, you're going to see this being used in a great way. So what you want to do is boil. I usually make a half of this bag or a half a pound. Boil it according to the package directions, al dente, maybe just a little bit soon. Pull it out because we're going to cook it a little bit more in the air fryer. Cook that up, meet me right back here, and I'm going to show you how to fill them. Before we get the pasta over here, let's fill up a piping bag. And this is a great way to do it. Get a big jar like this, drape the piping bag over it, so it's so easy to fill. Now you take your cheese filling and just drop it on in. Isn't that great? So take your piping bag, squeeze it and fill up the rigatoni. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this on this plate. Then when we get them all done, we'll be right back and I'll show you what we're going to do with them. All right, so this is what they look like. For that amount of cheese that we did, you're going to probably have another round of a dozen. These are about 14 here, dozen to 14. So you should be able to get at least 2 dozen, maybe 2.5 dozen out of that amount of cheese, which is about a half a package once you use the good rigatoni in it. We're going to stick these in the freezer and freeze them up some because we want that cheese inside to be pretty hard and solid. Otherwise, when you go to bake them in the air fryer, they'll just all ooze out all over the place. I got my frozen lasagna bites out of the freezer, and they are frozen, as you can tell. You're going to want to take those and put those into a Ziploc bag with about a half a cup of flour, and you're going to want to shake those around and get them covered in the flour. Now that we've got these kind of coated in the flour, I beat up 2 eggs, and I've got about a cup and a half of panko breadcrumbs. We're going to take these and dip them in the egg mixture, and then dip them in the panko. That's what theirs are going to look like when they're all nice and coated. Now that we've got them all breaded, we're going to get our air fryer basket out. We're going to place them in one layer on the bottom. We got one layer. We're gonna take my spray oil and give them a spray over the top. And then we're gonna put them in at 400 degrees, about 15 to 20 minutes. Halfway, we're gonna flip them and give them a spritz on that side and finish baking. Woo! You know what time it is? Wow, is all I can say. Look at those. Let's get these plated in a big Flava way. First, we're gonna get some of Flava's fresh tomato marinara sauce. I have a video about to come out. You've got to watch it. You've got to make it this way. This goes great with these. It's so fresh and delicious tasting. It'll blow you away. So you want to get a big scoop of marinara. Something like that. Now get your Fritta Lasagna and set those down like that. This is gonna be special. Maybe do this for your wife or your anniversary or your kids or your parents or your grandparents or the neighbor. Just make sure you get something back in exchange, like some homegrown tomatoes. Set those aside. Now, what I like to do is to drizzle over some of Flava's homemade Alfredo sauce. You'll be seeing that too sometime soon. And just take that and give it a nice drizzle. The chisel. Woo! Check that out. Set that aside. Now let's give it a grating of fresh parm. That's beautiful. And let's finish it off with sprinkling of some fresh basil leaves. Doesn't that look incredible? Okay, instead of messing up that thing of beauty, I'm gonna give one of these a try and let you know how it came out. So, I'm gonna toss on a little bit of marinara. Maybe even give it a shot of the Alfredo. We'll skip the cheese because I'm trying to watch my baby. Oh, so crunchy. And cheesy. Wow. That is incredible. Lasagna, crunchy. Tastes just like a great piece of lasagna, but even better with that beautiful crunchy outside. Cin Cin. That was delicious. Here's the good food, good mood, good family, and good friends. Flava Flex.
Good food, good mood.